What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Pizza Maker 8000. Today I want to show you how to make a demigod small forward build. This is basically like a wing, someone that can play defense and shoot the tray ball. And if you have not seen my other Kawhi Leonard build, go ahead and check that video out because it just hit 10,000 views. Let's go ahead and push that up to 12,000 for me. And I'll put the link to the video in the description, but let's go ahead and get into the video. So we're going to go ahead and hit continue now. Once we do this, we're going to scroll down to the 6th pie chart. It's going to have defensive for most of it and shooting for the other half of it, and then we're going to have a smidge of finishing and a smidge of playmaking. Once we select that, we're going to select the second physical profile. Now I know people are thinking, why am I choosing a 70 speed and a 67 acceleration over 82 speed and a 78 acceleration? That's a big drop off, I understand, but you got to remember this build is not meant, this is not a playmaker, this is not a play shot, play slash, whatever you want to call it. This is a strictly rebounding wing, man. You are here for defense and to shoot the tray ball and spread the floor. You want to be able to have defense and be able to play down low if you do not have a center. If you don't have a center in your lineup, you want to be able to substitute for the center and be able to play down low without getting bullied. You want an 82 strength, and a 70 speed is still fast, man. That's not slow. With a 79 vertical to help you on rebounds, man. That 79 vertical makes the world of a difference. So we're going to go ahead and select the second one. Now, once we do that, there's two different ways you can make this build. I'm going to show you what I personally think is the best way to make this build, and that is maxing out the shooting for the mid-range shot and for the three-point shot, okay? Now, as you can see, you only get 5 shooting badges, but let's go ahead and go in down below. We're going to max out the defense, and we're going to see how many defensive badges it gives you. It's going to be 20, if I remember correctly. Okay, yes, so it's 20. We're going to come up to this pass accuracy. You're going to want to bump this up, man. Do not leave it down low because you want to be able to get the pass off on the fast break. We're going to put it up to 70. All right, we're going to come up here, driving layup and driving dunk. We're going to max that out. Close shot, we can max this out, and we can max out that. And then you can have 8 finishing badges, 5 shooting, but this doesn't really make you a rebounding wing. It kind of makes you a slasher. You're not going to really have the shooting that you want, so you can take off the standing dunk and take off the close shot. This is all preference. I want to show you both ways, but I think the better way to make this build, is put it to the shooting and the post fade, so you get 17 shooting badges along with 20 defensive, and then you can put the rest of these points to, if you want to max out your pass accuracy, or if you want to put up the ball handling a little bit, whatever you want to do with the 5 remaining points. It doesn't really add much to 5, but whatever works for you, man. So what you're gonna have on the bottom, as you can see, we have 17 shooting, 20 defensive, 1 playmaking, 1 finishing for the final build. So body shape does not matter, of course. Now this is where it gets a little tricky for the height, man. The height is a big thing. So you can go up to 6'9", okay? I recommend you going 6'9", because remember, you are a small forward. You want to have a little bit of height on you. As you can see, it doesn't drop your tray ball down too much. You only lose -2 on your three-point shot and only -1 on your mid-range shot. And you get +2 to the block, but you lose a little bit on the steal and the lateral quickness. I'm making him 6'5". There's no point in making a small forward 6'5" for a defensive player. So like I said, man, you're going to want to go 6'9" on this. Now for the weight, as you can see, man, making him max weight, you lose a little bit of speed, even more than you did before. But your interior defense gets bumped up to an 82, which you're going to need if you are playing big. But if you already have another big, then you don't really need to make him max weight. You can chill with around 235, 240. And I think that's what I'm going to do, because we already have a big, so I don't really need to play big on this build. It's just to spread the floor. Now, this is another thing. I recommend you making him the shortest wingspan, because, making it maxed out, you're looking at a 72.3 and a 75 mid-range, which is not that great. So you only end up getting +4 for your block and +2 to your steal. But if you put it all the way down, you're looking at an 81 midi and a 78 3-point, which is very good, along with 15 shooting badges. So that's a very good combo. Now, this is another place where this build gets very tricky, whether you want glass cleaning. Now, for me, glass cleaning as a small forward is a little silly to me, but to each its own. And you can also do the sharp shooting, which is a spot-up shooter, just catch and shoot mostly. But, if someone doesn't know you can shoot, having this will let them know, and you won't be able to spread the floor as discreet as you would want to. So it's kind of your preference. And then playmaking, I don't know why the hell they even have this up here, but playmaker, dribble, but this build is not a dribbler. You don't really have high ball handling, so to choose this would be a little goofy unless you were to go and put your points towards ball handling, which I do not recommend. And then you can choose lockdown defender. Now, I highly recommend you choose a lockdown defender. Now, the good thing about rim protection and lockdowns this year You don't even necessarily have to get a block to get your takeover going, or even get a steal to get your takeover going. Just getting a good shot contest or getting anything that forces them to pick up the ball, your takeover starts to go up, and you'll be hitting takeover more often. Again, you're gonna have a lockdown, so people won't know you can shoot if they don't know the build can. Glass cleaning small forward is very silly to me. So it's really between this sharp shooting and the lockdown. Do you want people to know you can shoot and you want to let them know? Then you choose the sharp shooting mode. If you don't want people to know and you want to be able to be a very good player on D, man, I would go lock up defense. So we're going to go ahead and click continue on this, and now I want to show you the badge that you're going to want to put on this build. Now this is a mid-range specialist. This is a very, very dirty build. I feel like this is a Paul George type build. Paul George, shoot the midi, lock down, shoot the trade ball. He can take over games, man. I think this is a very good build. So we're going to go ahead and test it. I don't really need to test it. I just want to show you guys the badges that I think you should equip on this build. And you get Hall of Fame for your shooting, and you get Hall of Fame for your defensive badges. So you're going to use these wisely. So for the shooting, man, off rip, you're going to have catch and shoot, man. I don't care what nobody says, man. Catch and shoot is such a good badge. My friend AJ does not have it. We beef all the time about this build and having this badge, and he says that catch and shoot's not needed if you know how to shoot. But starting off early in the game, man, catch and shoot is just automatic necessity, along with range extender, which leaves you 9 more shooting badges. Now, there's no point of getting corner specialist if you already have catch and shoot and range extender. It's just a kind of a waste of a badge if you ask me. Now you can go Hall of Fame quick draw, but you don't really need it because, like I said, people aren't going to know you can shoot. You can go bronze and not even have it at all. On my stretch, on my big man build that can shoot, that no one knows can shoot, I do not have quick draw at all because, there's no need for me to waste a badge on that because no one knows you can even shoot. So I recommend getting Green Machine. Now I know people don't hit green. Maybe you might not hit greens a lot with your build, so you're kind of a little patient to get this. But if you get 2 greens in a row, man, you're going to start greening. Once you take off the shot meter, you're going to see that this build can actually shoot very, very well. And then, get Deadeye on silver and difficult shots on gold. This is exactly what I have on the build that I have of this because I just think these are the best badges you can have, man. Deadeye, I don't think needs to go Hall of Fame because, like I said, people don't know you can shoot, and then once they start contesting you, that might be the reason for having Deadeye, but I don't think it's needed that much to go Hall of Fame. And difficult shots, if you want to be able to hit the little fade midi or do a back down and turn around jumper, whatever you want to do, man, I think difficult shots is a good badge because what else would you take, man? Flexible release is trash. Clutch shooter is not needed. Steady shooter, if you got to shoot a lot of shots, if you're the third option on a team, this is a very pointless badge, man. And this one's for free throws, man. These are the best badges you want for the shooting on this build. Now for the defensive, man, this is what you're going to need. You're going to need Intimidator, Hall of Fame. Rebound Chaser, Hall of Fame. Rim Protector, you can bail out with going Hall of Fame if you want, but you only have 8 upgrades left. So I would recommend putting it on silver. Box on silver because you are smaller than everybody else. Actually, go box gold. Well, box gold, you can leave. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to change it. Go box Hall of Fame. You can leave worm on silver. And post move lockdown, you're going to need silver because, like I said, you're going to be going against centers. If you do, you're going to need that post move lockdown. And interceptor is giving me so much success having this on my big man, even though my steal is only like a 70 or a 68, something like that. Having this interceptor, man, reading that passing lane. I have this on Hall of Fame along with pogo stick, which people say you don't need pogo stick, but you know what I'm saying? I'll be spamming that damn triangle button, so I'm trying to make sure I get every damn board that I try. Every damn block that I try to get. So interceptor on silver is a very good badge, man. These are the badges you're gonna want to have for your defensive, the defensive badge you're gonna want for this build. And then for your playmaking, man, what you're going to want to get. Let's see, what do I have? I have Pass Fake Maestro, but this is not the badge for everybody depending on your play style. I do a lot of, pass fake and everything, so I'd maybe do quick first. Space Creator. Damn, this is really hard. Actually, I'm trying to go through this and think about this now, man. Like, you're shooting. I guess. Oh, Break Starter. I'm tweaking. Yeah, Break Starter. My bad. Break Starter for your playmaking, for your finishing, man. Fancy footwork every time. Every time you have a build that's not really a straight slasher drive to the paint, fancy footwork is a very, very good badge, man, because sometimes when you're trying to get in lane, you try to hop step, it does not let you hop step as it should. Like, it gives you a goofy animation, you kind of get thrown out of it, you get the ball ripped, you just get all these terrible animations that you're not trying to get when you do this. So I'm not going to go ahead and do that, but as you can see, 20 defensive badges, 17 shooting badges, 1 finishing, 1 playmaking. This is a very solid mid-range specialist build that has defense secretly, People might not know about your defense, so that's another thing that you want for this build, man. It's really, you know, having 20 defensive badges. And if you want to play all guards, man, you know, you can adjust these badges. So if you already have a big in your lineup, man, you don't need box, you don't need rebound chaser, you don't need none of this, bro. You take this off. If you got a big already, I would still keep Intimidator or Interceptor on, but you know, you put Clamps Hall of Fame, man. You get Defensive Leader on silver. Let me see what else. Chase Down Artist, Lightning Reflexes, Pickpocket Hall of Fame, bro. And this is what you need, and you will not get scored on by any guard or any ball handler at all, bro. I'm telling you, you're going to stay in front of them with Clamps Hall of Fame, bro. Staying in front of the defender will be very godlike, man. So, like I said, if you guys enjoyed this video, man, be sure to comment, like, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, all that. Pizza Maker 8000. It's your boy, and I'm out.